Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So today is Tuesday the 2nd of May and I thought I'd do another quick real-time art journal page, and I'm going to make use of a catalogue of online bouquets that I picked up at our local supermarket. Now in this catalogue there are some beautiful floral images like this one on the front that are just perfect and crying out to be turned into art journal pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my overhead camera and I'm going to work on a very quick but very colourful and bright art journal page in real time. So this is a page from my 8-inch circle journal. So as you can see, I've just cut it out of the 300 GSM or £140 watercolour cardstock. It's cold press, it's not hot press, so it has got a little bit of texture to it. And I've already taken out some of the colours that I want to use in my art journal page. Now this is the magazine that I picked up. Now in here, as well as this beautiful one on the front, which unfortunately has some writing across the top, so I can't really use that. I can maybe cut around here and use it later on. But this was the image of a bunch of sunflowers that was in that magazine. And I've already pre-cut it out because ain't nobody got time to sit and watch somebody fussy cutting. So what I want to do is I want to add some tissue to the art journal page first, then I'm going to stick this down in the centre of the page. Then I'm going to add the paint around the focal point in the middle of the page. So that is the plan for today. So I have some acrylic matte medium sent to me in Happy Mail, and I'm just going to see if I can get the lid off. Oh dear. There we go. So splurge some of that just around the page. It's a good word, splurge. Get plenty on. I know there's obviously more than I'm going to need, so I'm going to just deposit the rest of that there, and then we're going to just layer or lower this over the top. Smooth it out, and then go back over the top. Now probably we'll end up with a few wrinkles, but not many, but that's okay because we don't mind a few. Just get enough of that matte medium going through. Hopefully it will also soak through the tissue and bond to the underside as well. And then let's give it a quick blast. Right, I don't want it to dry completely because obviously I need to stick down my sunflower image. So I'll just grab my paintbrush again, and this time I'm going to just add a little bit of that matte medium, just slightly off camera, but I'm running out of space on my desk. And then we're just going to drop that into the centre of the page, about there. Is that centre? Yeah, I thought so too. And then let's just go over the top. Now you notice that I did leave a small white border all the way around. I didn't completely fussy cut because that gives me the ability then to be able to bring the paint from the outside as close as I want to around my main focal image. Okay, so now we've got that down, let's get it dried. Okay, all dry. So I've had a little bit of a wipe here as well, just to get rid of some of that matte medium that was left on the worktop, because knowing me, I'll probably put my arm in it and end up getting completely blathered. So what I need to do now is I'm going to trim the excess tissue paper off in a little bit. I'm going to leave it on there just for a little while until I've actually got some colour on around the edge. So I have some craft sponges which I've cut up into small segments. So that's half of it, and the other half I've cut into 4/8, if you like. And I'm going to start off just with a little bit of a very inexpensive chocolate brown artiste paint from Craft. It's acrylic paint. It's a very, very inexpensive make, like the Americana ones, but not chalky. So I'm just going to take some brown. Now, if you notice, I've actually chosen some colours which are very, very similar to what's actually in the picture anyway. So I'm just going to add a little bit onto the sponge and start adding, stippling that paint around the outside. So I'm going to do a little bit of a mélange, a mashup of colours. I've not got much of this chocolate brown left, but probably enough to do the rest of the page, so we're okay on that score. So just adding it around the edge, pick some up from that side, deposit it back down here. And then I can start to bring the colours all together. I'm going to use the clay, which is a nice sort of terracotta colour. Again, just a small amount. And start adding that around the outside as well. Gradually fading the colours in. Now I'm obviously going to not go heavy enough for you to lose the background layer of tissue, because the idea is to keep that texture and the writing in the background. But depending on how heavy you go, depends on how much of it is actually hidden. But you've not got that much room around your actual flowers, so which is why it's nice to be able to blend the colours, not like an ombre, but just blend and mix the colours so you have hints of the colours coming through. So let's use some of that pumpkin now, a little bit more orangey, and it's okay to mix these colours together as well. Now I'm obviously using a clean bit of sponge each time, but you don't necessarily have to. And if you've still got some, you can still use and just blend over. Just start mixing, just have a play. That's the whole point in doing something like this, is just play, play, play. See, as I was going through the magazine, I spotted this image and I just had this image in my head of what I could do with it, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to achieve with this. And you can go back, add some more of that darker colour if you don't think it's dark enough. Just add a bit more of that brown onto my craft mat. More of a darker colour on there, and you can do this kind of colour dance. I think somebody calls it the toing and froing, adding it, taking it, well, you can't really take it away, but just adding where you feel that it needs it, as much as you want until you're happy. That's the whole point. I'm trying to avoid just having a line of the dark, which is why I'm going backwards and just overlaying with some of the light. Blend it, mend it together, blend it together. Okay, so now, let's turn that round. Let's get some of that yellow in. So this is called Golden Sun. So chocolate brown, pumpkin, clay and Golden Sun. Now I am bringing this right up to the edge of that white, and it doesn't matter if I get a little bit actually on the flowers or on the petals. I'm bringing the paint in. And then we can just bring a bit of that paint back out again. Just add a few little splodges, just like so. Happy with that. Okay, I'm going to give it a quick blast. Okay, now I'm going to trim. And I'll try and be as quick as I possibly can. Of course, you could, if you wanted to, just tear the tissue from around the outside and have that kind of grungy torn look, if that's what you want to do. And I might still do that if this doesn't look the way that I want it to. But I'm pretty confident, because it's not too complicated and there's not that many layers. There's no need for stenciling or additional stamps. It's just nice. I've got yellow paint all over my fingers now, so that means there's yellow paint somewhere. Okay, so we have all our bits and pieces, sponges to one side. I'm going to grab a baby wipe and just get rid of those. Don't worry, I won't waste the paint this time. I will grab another art journal page. Let's see, have I got another art journal page handy? I've got another art journal here. Right, I shall leave that and then leave it to dry, and that can be used at a later date. So not wasted the page or the paint. Try and get as much of that off my fingers as possible. There we go. Okay, so now I want some gesso. This is white gesso, indigo blue. Little splodge of white. I am going to do some white splatters. So grab my fan brush, spritzer bottle, there we go, and let's add some splats. There we go. That will do. Let's just move that to one side. That shouldn't take too long to dry. Look at me, I'm multitasking. Who says men can't do it? Okay, that is dry enough, I think. So what do we think? Nice colours? Lovely. Right, so I need a white pen. Let's just see, have I... There we go. Let's just hope this one works. No, it doesn't. I'll have to get another one.
White pen, Your Honour.
Oh, look at that, a delivery. Ha ha, fantastic, thank you. Somebody must have been earwigging.
Just call it healthy interest.
Thank you. So, I want to do this freehand. So this is obviously fatal because I'm bound to make a spelling mistake now. You can of course go over it as many times as you want. Hand lettering is always one of those things that I was always afraid of doing. And then I thought, oh, do you know, what the heck? And then of course you go back, add a little bit more finesse to your letters when they're a bit drier, thicken them out, make them a bit more decorative if you want to. It's up to you, and I probably will fiddle around with these a bit later on, but there, that'll do. Exactly what image I had in my head transferred to the page, and I'm happy with that, and that's all that really matters. So there you go, there's the page, all done and dusted, and I've just added a few little end caps on some of the letters, but I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I want to do any more to it, and that's pretty much as easy and as simple as art journal pages go. But as I said at the end of that, I'm happy with it, and that is really all that matters. Now I know that sounds rather conceited, but when you think about art journaling as a purely personal pursuit, it's nice that you like what I do, but really I'm only here to try and please myself. It's my creative journey, and I'd just like to share with you what I'm doing. So that's all from me for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking that button at the end of the video. That's all from me for now. I will see you all again on, actually, tomorrow. Bye for now.